YouTube was good. It's your guy here, Not Your Average Trucker, back at it with another video. Shout out to the Car Seat Mafia. Actually, on the highway, man, trying to figure out if I'm gonna take an L or not. You understand? As y'all know, I ain't really been driving much. And I had a driver that does third shift for me, and he needed this past weekend off. So I figured, hey man, I ain't jumped in a truck in a while. I'll knock his shift out for him, you understand? But in the midst of doing that, man, and trying to keep myself awake, I'm going through my phone. Ended up on eBay, right? So I'm searching for all types of goofy stuff, random stuff on eBay. And I come across a truck, right? This truck was listed in the wrong categories and all that. Like, first of all, who the hell sells a truck on eBay? But I remember a few years back, maybe 2012 or something, I had listed a trailer on eBay and actually sold it. So, I guess, don't knock it till you try it. But most people that are looking for trucks aren't looking on eBay, I would say. But anyway, I saw a truck listed in the wrong area, right? It won't list it where semi trucks normally are listed at. And starting bid up there, it was a 2015 Peterbilt 579, right? Had I think about 700,000 miles or something like that, right? And normally I ain't interested, but it's the middle of the night, I'm trying to stay awake, and nobody bid on it, and the auction was ending in like a few hours. So I was like, hey, what the hell, right? So I bid on it. I bid like 18 grand, right? Just to see what happens, because that was the start, the opening bid price. So I put 18 grand, and everybody out here, it's an automatic. It's a 579 Peterbilt automatic with a Cummins motor, right? And everybody out there that's been looking for trucks this year, you understands that a lot of these trucks are overpriced now, like all of them. Well, manuals are still close to pre-pandemic prices. If you're looking at a 10-speed or something, you still might, pay close to what it used to be. Whereas these automatics is like 15 to 20 grand overpriced at least, right? So I saw this dude at an opening bid of $18,000, and I'm like, and nobody's bid on it. And it's the auction was ending in a few hours. Like I said, I'm looking at it, it's overnight, so it's like Friday 2 in the morning when I'm looking at it, and the auction ended sometime Saturday, right? So I'm like, hey, what the hell, I probably won't win anyway. I just bid $18,000, that's it. Mind you, if you look up that same truck on Truck Paper or Commercial Truck Trader, that with them kind of miles, I know 700 is a lot, but with them kind of miles, that truck is still like 50 grand, right? So I'm like, ain't no way I'm gonna win this shit for 18 grand. Who cares? Bid 18 grand, long story short, I freaking won, right? So I'm sitting here, I noticed that, I finished my shift Saturday morning, went home, took a nap, all that. Went to my son's flag football game. And so I'm sitting here debating, because I'm like, all right, maybe no one bid on it because they couldn't find it, right? This dude listed it like with toys, be vintage toys or some shit, like wrong category. It's not listed with trucks, none of that. Once I won, the dude emailed me, so me and him emailing back and forth, because I'm like, maybe it's just a piece of shit truck or something. Maybe it need a motor, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. He claims, as they all will, no issues. He said the ABS light is on, and that's the only light on in the truck. He sent me pictures. There's pictures in the listing and all that anyway, but he sent me more pictures. He answered every question I had for him. He just bought a 2021 Peterbilt, which is why he's selling that. But I'm like, well, why the hell, trade values is up too, so why the hell didn't you just trade it in, You know, he gave me his reasons, whatever. So on one hand, I'm like, because this shit is in New Jersey, right? Y'all know I live in Charlotte, North Carolina, right? So on one hand, I'm like, you know, this is too good to be true. This dude is bullshitting or something, you understand? Yeah, he got all positive reviews on eBay. He done sold motorcycles and other types of things on eBay. So, you know, he might not be a dirtbag, but I'm like, yo, who in their right mind is going to sell a 2015 for 18 grand? Like, especially right now. Like, there's got to be something to it. So, in my mind, I'm like, I ain't got nothing to lose. You know, flights, because where he at, he's in between Atlantic City and Philly, right? And out of Charlotte, it was no flights it was like one flight to Atlantic City, and it was on Monday, but it had like a layover, so it was gonna be like a 7-hour situation. And then flights to Philly was dumb cheap, so I'm like, hell yeah, I'll just fly to Philly, rent a car. It's like an hour from Philly, something like that. Rent a car and go check the truck out, right? Because, you know, I hate to have it to where, you know, it could have been a blessing in disguise. Found a nice truck for 18 grand. Hey, what are the odds, right? So I'm thinking about it, and then I got sidetracked Saturday, never bought the flight. And then I had to work third shift again Saturday night. Then, you know, Sunday came home, fell asleep, woke up 1 in the afternoon to watch my garbage ass Panthers play. And I'm like, oh yeah, I need to buy a ticket to Philly, right? Then my wife get me all sidetracked, talking about this Halloween stuff and getting the kids ready to go out trick-or-treating and all that. Long story short, it's 10 p.m. Sunday night, which is Halloween night, and I forgot to buy a freaking plane ticket. And I finally get online again to look for tickets, and it's sold out. Mind you, I won the auction Saturday morning, and it was a deadline that it had to be paid for by November 2nd, which is Tuesday. So I'm like, yo, I need to see this truck before Tuesday, but there's no more flights for Monday. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to just take the L and jump in the car and ride. So I'm like, all right. It was 10 p.m. when I came to this realization. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try to leave at midnight, right? Give me a little 2-hour nap, because it's like a 9-hour drive from Charlotte, North Carolina to where he is in New Jersey. I'm watching the damn Cowboy game, fell asleep though. Didn't set an alarm, didn't do nothing. I fell asleep. And I just naturally woke up at like 3 in the morning to go, you know, I'm an old man, I had to get up and take a piss. I look at the clock, I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to be going to Jersey. So, you know, I brush my teeth, wash my face, and jump in the car, you understand? I end up leaving Charlotte at like 3:45. It's like 8 in the morning now. I'm riding through like Richmond, Virginia. I still got a long ways to go. I still got like 260 miles to go. And I'm just sitting here wondering if I'm taking the L, you understand? Because at the end of the day, it's a 2015 Peterbilt, 700,000 miles, Cummins motor, it's an automatic. And I won that shit for $18,000. And it's just like, you know, what are the odds that this truck will be worthwhile? So part of me doesn't want to come at all. Part of me is like, dog, you wasting your time. Because I'm coming out here to check it out. Not like I'm trying to drive it home or nothing. I just want to check it out. And I ain't got no mechanic with me. It's just me. You know, I done bought a lot of trucks in my day, but I'm really, really winging it. Because more than anything, I'm just interested in, I got my little handheld with me so that I can hook up to the computer to see if there's any active codes, or if any, what the historical codes was, you know, so I can see if somebody tried to clear them before I got there or something. But my thing is, at that price, if it starts up, it runs, and it's nothing obvious, you know, I can get it shipped down to Charlotte. And even if worst case scenario, I had to put another 20 grand in it fixing something, I'm still kind of winning as far as, you know, what the retail right now is on trucks. So technically I could flip it, you understand? Because I ain't even looking for a truck. Like, it's not like I needed another truck. But, you know, so I figured worst case scenario, this could be a buy and flip situation. Or I could waste 9 hours driving up there, 9 hours back. So we talking 18 hours round trip. I could get all the way up here and it could literally be a piece of shit truck that I wasted my time on, and I would really, really be pissed off. You understand? So that's pretty much what I'm going through in my head right now. My wife told me I was dumb. Like, my wife, or you know how that go. Wife already told me I'm wasting my time. Like, dog, you about to drive 9 hours to New Jersey for a truck you didn't want. You just bid on it because it was low, and a truck you don't need, and a truck that, you know, gotta be something wrong with it, because why he didn't sell it locally, or why he didn't trade it in when he bought the other truck. All questions that are legitimate, man. So at the end of the day, man, you know, I got about another 5 hours worth of driving, you understand, to think about it even more. But, you know, I'll update the video once I get there, man. Let y'all see what this shit look like, if it's in bad shape or what, and if I took a L or not, you heard? Well, it's definitely like he said, man. It's nothing knowing but some ABS and traction control mess. But this truck is rusty, dog. Like, this thing is rusty, man. Like it's been sitting. You know, I mean, it's a lot of things that could cause that rust. I don't know, B. 18 grand, and you know, 18 grand ain't bad, but alright, so I'm out test driving it. You know, like I say, it got some lights on it. I done freaking got it up to like 75, so I ain't had no issues driving. But this thing is rusty, boy. Like, I mean, I get it, man, depending on where you driving. I'm in New Jersey. So, you know, sometimes you riding on roads that got salt on it and all that in the wintertime. It's a lot of things, but, I mean, this thing look like it been sitting, dog. Like, don't nobody let their joints get like that, dog. You understand? I don't know, man. What y'all think? It's only 18 racks. I know that sounds like a lot of money to some people, but, you know, I'll make that back in a week. It's just the fear factor of it all, man. Really hate to take an L out here. But it is a project, man. I know it'll take me a couple dollars to get it where it need to be. Or I could just, you know, get it down to Charlotte and sell it to somebody else, let it be their problem. But I'm out here on some back road in New Jersey. We're gonna see how this go. It's your guy, Not Your Average Trucker. Catch y'all in the next video, you heard?